Meatco gears up to export to new regional markets. In a quest to secure competitive and sustainable markets for the Northern Communal Area livestock farmers, Meatco is exploring new markets in Congo Brazzaville and Ghana to find a lasting solution for the NCA through Meatco's NCA subsidiary.
Meatco was operating in the NCA before, but it received some challenges. Therefore, they came up with the establishment of the new subsidiary that would be specifically focusing on the NCA. Now, with the NCA subsidiary, that it will focus on operating different abattoirs in the NCA that will aim at assisting farmers in the Northern Communal Areas, which include Katima Abattoir, Rundu Abattoir, and also assisting in the Northern Communal Areas. At the moment, we have acquired the Katima Abattoir, where we have a partnership with Zamco, who are the recognized operator of the Katima Abattoir. But since they had some technical challenge, they requested Meatco to come and assist. That's why we find ourselves here. But the important part is that operating Katima is part of the Meatco NCA subsidiary aims and objectives to ensure that farmers are assisted in the Northern Communal Area. So Katima Abattoir, although it's been awarded to Zamco, Meatco will operate it for the next 5 years, at the same time ensuring that we provide capacity to the Zamco leadership. Then after 5 years, they are expected to take over, or the extension will be done depending on what capacity and where they will be standing in terms of understanding the business.
To my side, I feel happy because people they have suffered a lot with the market where they can sell their animals. So to me, I feel very happy. During its closure, we faced the problem of loss of animal because the animal were becoming so many due to lack of market, and also it affected us with the overgrazing because we were not having where we can take those animals. They were just increasing and increasing. The plans, I think we can make more plans on reducing our animal to the minimum number whereby they can graze safe, and we can also control overgrazing during the reopening of this abattoir. Okay, this abattoir, I think it means a lot because it will also contribute to the shortage of food. I mean, like relish, it will contribute to cheaper prices of meat, because like nowadays meat, it was becoming so expensive since it was only few people which were producing or which were slaughtering animal and sell to us. Yes, to the part of the residency, I think it will also improve the standard of living, because everyone now will get the access to sell the meat. I mean, to sell the animal or to buy meat on a cheap price.
I was very, very affected because of my children. I could not manage to pay for them to go for universities and other problems of my household. Well, Meatco, to me it means to, what can I say, at least maybe to reduce my expense and also to help me for anything which I need in life. And before it came to be opened, we were very, very affected.
Last month, Meatco's NCA subsidiary quarantined 540 head of animals for 30 days in preparation for the first slaughter at the Katima Abattoir on 9th June 2021. The products from the abattoir would be subjected to the commodity-based trade protocols that would allow their sale south of the veterinary Gordon fence and the new African markets. The abattoir is set to slaughter 55 to 60 animals per day, which would be quarantined for a month and slaughtered throughout the next month in accordance with the CBT protocols. According to Meatco's NCA subsidiary, Chief Executive Officer Kingsley Kwanani, Namibia's Directorate of Veterinary Services through the CBT approach requires that all animals going through the export abattoir be thoroughly checked for any communicable diseases and then go through a 30-day quarantine. This is to ensure that signs of foot and mouth disease or any other disease are identified during the quarantine period and then checked again before slaughter. After slaughter, the carcasses go through maturation for 24 hours at 2 to 3 degrees as an additional measure to detect diseases. The final stage requires carcasses to be deboned and deglanded for the marketing of the meat products in any market that accepts meat from an FMD zone, including south of the veterinary Gordon fence and any other markets, Kwanani says. Exports to the new African markets are expected to start by August 2021, after the Katima Mulilo abattoir has been audited and Namibia has been issued import permits by the competent authorities of these new regional markets.
My name is Timotheus Kativa. I'm the Livestock Procurement Manager for Meatco NCA. My role is basically to procure raw materials for slaughter at the abattoir. As for now, we are mandated to come and operationalize the Katima Mulilo abattoir, of which I have been playing a critical role in terms of facilitating the process of livestock producers registering to deliver the livestock to Meatco, and that is now through what we are calling commodity-based trade. Commodity-based trade is an approach put in place by the Directorate of Veterinary Services. That approach is basically to increase market opportunities for beef, which is being produced in the areas that are referred to as a FMD infected zone. Katima abattoir being in the Zambezi region, the region that is classified under in FMD infected zone, for the meat to leave this region, it has to undergo what we call commodity-based trade. And that approach prescribes certain requirements, one of which is animals that has to be slaughtered at the abattoir must undergo a compulsory 30 days quarantine period. And not only that, animals, when they move to the abattoir, they have to be transported into disinfected trucks, meaning from the village to the quarantine camp, livestock must be transported or must be loaded into trucks, and these trucks must be disinfected, and then the trucks must be sealed. So that consignment that is leaving the village up to the quarantine camp, cattle that are in that truck, they have to be in a truck that is disinfected, and then the truck is sealed off. When the animals arrive at the quarantine camp, the quarantine master then breaks off the seal to make sure that these animals, indeed, when they came from the village up to the quarantine camp, they haven't been any other tampering in terms of loading other animals in the way. So animals now have to stay in the quarantine camp for 30 days before they are then taken to the abattoir for slaughter.